So the Leadership Consortium owes its name and its origin from the fact that a consortium is in essence a grouping and a collective of ideas and thoughts. And it's embedded in the fact that leadership per se is not normally in the hands of one person. It should be a collective, it should involve different perspectives, it should involve a broad spectrum of what is possible from the leadership perspective. The Zenger-Folkman family of colleagues around the world represent a broad group of people who are playing in the leadership space. And our Australian colleagues, Terry Reynolds and Glenn Price, have done a magnificent job in putting together a set of podcasts that address the questions and the recipes within the Zenger-Folkman methodology. These podcasts represent step-by-step, short, bite-sized, normally about 3 to 4 minutes, ideas, concepts, and tips and tricks as to how we can build our extraordinary leadership. So our invitation is to enjoy these podcasts, squeeze as much value as you can out of them, and make it part of building your leadership stepway to extraordinary. The 9th podcast addresses the critical importance of interpersonal skills as part of our leadership tent. Our South African research has shown that collaboration and teamwork unfortunately ranks second in the set of skills that South African leaders possess. In a world where we have typically become used to command and control style of leadership, comparing ourselves to international database, it is outdated in terms of a style that leads to ultimately effective leadership. And our challenge for South African leaders is to be able to develop a real competence in terms of collaboration and teamwork.
The 4th essential tentpole of leadership is interpersonal skills. Along with the central tentpole representing character, it probably holds the most canvas. This leadership skill has become more important over time, especially since the demise of the command and control styles of leadership. Of all the competencies, interpersonal skills seems to make the most difference in whether leaders are considered extraordinary. To develop strong interpersonal skills, leaders can do the following. Number 1, communicate powerfully and prolifically. Extraordinary leaders don't hoard new insights. They tell people. These leaders give their work group a sense of direction and purpose. They help people understand how their work contributes to the goals of the organization. They err on the side of telling people almost too much. Number 2, inspire others to high performance. Great leaders energize people to go the extra mile. They set stretch goals that motivate people to accomplish more than they think is possible. Number 3, build trust. Superstar leaders act so that others trust them. They balance their concern for productivity and results with sensitivity to employees' needs and problems. And when conflicts arise, they deal with the employees' feelings as well as the technical aspects of the issue, and they stay approachable. 4, develops others. The most remarkable leaders support others' growth by giving honest and constructive feedback, balancing corrective with positive evaluations. They stay tuned into what is happening in the employee's career. They let others grow even if it means letting them leave the department. Number 5, collaborate and develop strong teams. Excellent leaders know not to insulate themselves from other team members and departments. They keep in touch so that cooperative urges beat out competitive urges. They cultivate their team members' ability to work with diverse people. So here are some key points for mastering people skills that you could use. Number 1, involve others in communication. One of the best ways to communicate is to get others to communicate. Interestingly, the worst communicators focus solely on getting their message across. The best communicators check people's reactions and responses and get their ideas. Number 2, train everyone to be a leader. These days, leadership often gets passed around in a group. The person with the loftiest title and supposed power is no longer the one with all the answers. Believe that others are capable of great accomplishments and then watch them follow through. Remember, if they knew better, they'd do better. And lastly, number 3, to develop others, first develop yourself. The best leaders create space for their employees to move up from below by raising their own performance. Their efforts not only set the example, but also blaze a clear path for others to follow.
It's a pleasure to be able to share these thoughts and ideas with you, and hopefully be part of allowing you to adopt a journey where extraordinary leadership is an opportunity and a growth area for you and your teams.